Welcome back to Rottumer Island. We are into the 1st of January and we're just trying to navigate, here's the turning, to the windmill to start selling our oats. Whoa, bit of drift there. Now, one assumes that this lovely looking grate here is where we dump. Come on, trigger. There we go. A bit further. That'll do nicely. So, as I said, since the last episode, I have purchased a plough. I have sold the old mowers and bought some new ones. I've built a shed because some of the equipment we didn't have anywhere to store, so 52,562 pounds, dollars, euros, there we go. There we go, nicely round, nice little loop there. So, the plan for today is to go and grab the remaining 6,000 or 8,000 litres of oats, not much, and get those sold. We're then going to plough field 1, I think it is, and then we're going to advance time. Now, at the end of the last episode, I did say we were going to plant wheat or barley, but we can't. Because at that point we were already past the sowing window for those two crops. So what we're going to do is we're going to put corn in and potentially a field of soybeans. Soybeans for the mineral feed, and then corn we can use for our seed. So that's the plan. So I will go and get the remaining oats sold. We will then head to the field and start the ploughing. It's not a massive plough. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it was a newly released one, and I do quite like the look of those ones. So we'll have a look at that when we get to it. But yeah, another 6,824 litres. So yeah, I'll get that sold, and I'll see you in field 1. They're not quite field 1, but I thought I would show you the shed. So it's not quite as tall as I thought it was going to be. Fit the combine in and the mowers, but these are the mowers we've gone for. The Pottinger set. So that's all good. Now, there was one thing that had a little bit of a bruise in the sale, and I think, if it's still there, was it here? The K-Brand SPW Intense 25.2 CL, 50% discount. Now, planning ahead, if we're going to do a lot of bunker silage, that's going to be really helpful. So I think we're going to get that. 114 grand. It didn't need a plate, but never mind. Aha! And here, as if by magic, there it is. So now what we can do is we can speed up the time, as that's why I got it slow, not only for make sure this stayed in the sale, but to also ensure the price for oats didn't deteriorate. So we'll get this repaired, and then we will definitely begin the jaunt down to... Can we get through that gap? Of course we can. We have precision drivers. Look at that. There we go. Out there. Round to here. And repair. 6 grand-ish. Lovely. We're not going to repaint. Job's a good one. So, engine off on that. We'll put that away at some point. This is the plough I went for. The Ermo Kronos Evo 5. 3 meters. Should do us rather well. So, into the Massey. And finally, off to field 1. So, we've set the in-game GPS to a 90-degree heading, which means we should get nice straight runs down the field rather than it was trying to put us in a curve, and I don't think you would plough on a curve. Headlands, bear with. But yeah, we've got 5 headlands. So if we then lift and turn, and then we've got plenty of space then to turn around, get back on our line, which is going to be that one there. And then if we lower down at any point, it's not going to matter too much if we're overlapping on the headlands. Just making sure we get everything as we go. In fact, we'll just hold there a second. Be prepared for a save. Knew it. I knew it. So that is now, that's good. Superb. So I don't think the earliest we can plant grass again is March, which is fine. What we'll do is, once we've done the ploughing, doesn't need lime, does it? No, it doesn't. That's just good. Should have munched it maybe, but yeah. So we'll do the ploughing. We'll then sleep through to March. Get the grass drilled, seeded, rolled, all that good stuff. And then we can advance through to probably April. We'll need to get a planter for the corn, but that should be fine. And the soybeans are also April as well, so that's good. That's good. Slight change of plan, as you'll see. Look, September, October for the barley. And same for the wheat, which a bit of a noob move, but yeah, we can work around it. So, cruise control on. Let's get the field ploughed. So I've actually adjusted the plough outward a little bit, sort of side shifted it, so it's actually now turning over on the wheel track, which is nice. So it should all be the nicely ploughed texture from now on. That will be good. But I quite like this. I don't think I've done any sort of, I'm trying to think, proper ploughing for quite a while. I don't think the last time it would have been, honestly. Can't even remember. But yeah, I like the fact that we can adjust the heading. So, because you wouldn't plough on a curve, I don't think. Nice straight lines. Talking of straight lines, I don't know why I chuckled then. There's been a lot of potato planting going on near me lately, so you get to see now all the nicely ridged fields, which do look fantastic. It's a very satisfying thing to view. I find anyway. People think I'm weird. I don't think that's ever in doubt. But yeah, you know what I mean. There we go. We're a little bit more in the furrow as well, which is probably bang on. And it's not, it doesn't feel like, I mean, it's not a massive field to be fair. You know, it doesn't feel like it's taking too long. We're only at, I think it's calculated as 2.6 meters, but we're probably more like doing 3, I guess. But yeah, it's going well so far. Now this weekend for me, last weekend for you. Yeah, that the right way around? Yeah, it is. It's my it's the Cartech Seniors 50th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to you both. So yes, there's I'm excited for the weekend. There's little gifts, and we're all out for a meal with friends and all that lot. So it'll be lovely, lovely weekend. And if the sun shines, then even better. So just starting the last of the up and down rows, and I was perusing the store because I thought we're going to need to cultivate this. I know we've got a roller and we could roll it, so there's that. But if we go into here, and I think it's probably still selected, yes, this 110 horsepower, 4 meter working width, shallow cultivator, 3,809 quid. Kinda seems. Do we do it? Do we do it? So we've got the little Massey, which is how many horsepowers? Let's have a look. Vehicles. Massey Ferguson. Where is it? 90. We could need to leave some money for the cows, but that does look. Is there any other tractors? Any other tractors that we could purchase that would sufficiently? I mean, that's nice, but it might be nice to have an older 8.4 hours. I mean, we can repair it. It's no big, is it? Let's go for it. Let's do it. So we'll go with this one. We don't need twin wheels. Let's just. There we go. Go front and back on that. We don't want rear. We don't need twins on it. Let's go wides. Oh, wide tires and weights. Yes. Let's buy that. Yes. Super. And then let's get that bad boy as well. Oh, I'm happy with that. That's good. Right, so we can lift up. Now, which way do we want to be going? So, we're gonna go for, let's do, let's turn around and head. Difficult to know which side the plough should be on for this. So if that's going to be, so that's the way we've got it. Turn it. I'm pointing at the screen. So turned. That's how we've got it. Turned. That's how we've got it. So it wants to be that way, I think. Come on. There we go. Right, let's pull forward. We're going to be on that row there. I don't think we need to do the other one. Lower down. And let's see what mess we can make of this. Hopefully, it's going to catch most of it. I think we kind of went over on or past where we needed to be on every run. So we should, fingers crossed, catch everything. But we'll see. No, it's no biggie if we don't. We can just, you know, run the other headland should we need to. So just coming round to finish the last headland, and that's worked out pretty well, to be fair. The plough seems backwards, but it's turning the soil into the field, so I'm happy with that. Now there was one little bit down. Oh, you can. I love the fact that it's now a pretty bumpy ride on a ploughed field, which makes sense. Tyre deformation looks epic. Just in front of us, I'm not quite sure why it didn't get that, unless it bumped a little bit. It's a bit of a skip with the plough, maybe. Is it going to get it this time? Yeah, you can see it just sort of... I was maybe going a little too fast. So, we can now fold that up. Like so. When we get out up here, we want to be going that way. That doesn't look right. Why does that not look? And lower. No, okay, maybe it is right. Beacon's on. Maybe it's just the angle that we're at. Oh, that's not right, surely. That run along the ground like that? Maybe. Okay, I'll go with that. Right. Don't know why I shouted then, I apologise. Back to the yard, drop this off, grab the new old John Deere and the cultivator. We'll repair both of those and then come back, get that field cultivated. So everything repaired, and we've still got that lovely glitch, bug, whatever you want to call it within the game. It doesn't charge us, so that's marvellous. So again, 90 degree-ish. It is 90 degrees. No ish about it. But this is a lovely little setup. I like this. Aha. Just need to be careful with the old turns like a barge. Old turning circle. As it could get a little bit hairy if we get near the ditches. But again, this is going to take us long. We might well see March. There we go. In this episode. So on to the headlands. Well, we've been doing the headlands for a couple of minutes now. And I do like the rig. I like the setup. It's decent. I think for this sort of size field, and probably most of our others, it would suit, I think. I mean, we have got the option of the bigger horsepower tractors, so, you know, if needs must, and if time is not on our side, then we could potentially use some of the bigger kit and lease ourselves a large cultivator. But for this, it's been rather enjoyable. So the old grain dryer. We are, I say we, because, you know, why not? Let's back that up a touch first, and then we'll be able to get a bit straighter onto this run. There we go. H, lower down. Where are you going? How did you pick that? Get on there. Thank you. Don't talk here. What was I saying? Grain dryer. So it's now failed twice. That in itself is mildly frustrating because it's different things each time. So I don't know if it just gets to one point and they go, right, no, that needs to go back, and another round. So it kind of makes sense. Do an initial check before you do an in-depth test of it. So I get that. I understand that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it might even be out by the time this video comes out. It's a waiting game. It's submitted it back again in on a Thursday, so it won't probably be seen. I doubt it'll go in for testing again Friday. One working day. No, probably not. So potentially it could well be out by now, but yeah, that's the status of it. It just is what it is, isn't it? You know, you've got to. There's probably still hundreds of mods waiting to be tested. So yeah, fingers crossed the timings that they've published now are relatively accurate. I think that's the main thing for me, is if it is 4 days, 5 days, 1 day, then say that they update it regularly enough. You know, if there's a backlog, then the time goes up. But just say that, be honest about it. You know, don't be too optimistic. I liked the blog post that they put out. I think that's quite positive for Giants. They've obviously listened to the fact that there's been some significant whinging, moaning, whatever you want to call it, about the time it takes. But yeah, it was quite a cool post. Explained a lot to people that don't have a modding background. So yeah, it's quite cool. It was quite cool. I was pleasantly surprised when it got released, or you sort of see. Have I missed something when all the content, or the silver partners, gold partners, whatever, are posting videos? You think, oh, have I missed something? And then you read it, and go, oh, okay, interesting. Like I say, yeah, very positive step for Giants to sort of acknowledge the fact that there is unrest, let's say, within the farm sim community. Now, we did miss a little bit here, so we'll just grab that. There we go. Lift her up. Don't jump it into the sea. Look at the view, though. I love it. And then, did I just spot a little bit here? Yes. Right. And then that. Oh, cultivating on an angle. Haha. Lift that up. Does it fold? Nope. Cool. Right. Flashes on. Back to the farm. And get through to March, I think. I don't think there's anything we need to attend to. We will check our production. See if that needs any more ingredients popping in. I probably could have gone that way, which would have been quicker. It will be alright. And then, yes, we'll get through to March. Well, probably won't start the seeding today, but we'll get everything set up and ready to go. Now let's take a look at how we are getting on. So, soybeans, 30,000 litres. Okie dokie. Mineral feed now at 5,329. Lime is at 9,000. So that's all good. We might need to grab our tube at some point and go and grab a tray full of lime, but that's an easy job to do. So, through the hedge and find the sleep trigger. There we go. Right, I'll see you in March. So, into March. Misty March. The snow has literally, you may have caught a glimpse of it over by the Skoda, has literally just disappeared. So I've knocked up the time a bit just to try and get it to brighten up a little bit. Bought 2 pallets of seed, which will more than suffice for what we need. And I mean, it is very picturesque, but even with the lights on, it's that sort of, it doesn't help. You know, when you're driving in a snowstorm and you stick your high beams on and it feels like you're going at warp speed, but it doesn't help your visibility. It's a bit like that now. So, I think we're going to engine off. Going to leave the episode here for today. Next time we'll get the grass drilled, rolled, and then probably end up moving into April so that we can put the corn in and the soybeans. And then it'll be probably time to get the coos and put the grass again. Probably going to do... We might do bales of silage. Definitely do bales of hay, because that's just easier. And yeah, we'll go from there. I've enjoyed that one. The ploughing is a very soothing job. You'll have heard me say it before, amongst and other creators as well. It's just a nice, relaxing job, which has been good. So thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Big thank you to the YouTube channel members and the Patreons. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.